Hey guys, welcome to our Saturday night thrift haul on Thursday night because this week is New Year's Eve, and so we are live at Thursday at 7:30. But normally we're live every Saturday at 8:30 Mountain Time, and we show you the junk that we bought at the thrift store. We tell you what we paid for it, what we're going to sell it for, and what, if anything, we're going to do to upcycle it.
I don't know if this got priced. I don't remember seeing this in there.
I thought I had it in there. Well, anyways, if you guys want to shop along, you can visit JamieRayVintage.com, click Saturday Thrift Haul. Everything is loaded. Caitlin will be on here dropping links. Also, if you guys download the Jamie Ray Vintage app through your app store on Apple or Android, then you get a push notification that reminds you when things go live because things sell pretty fast usually.
Yep, most nights, if the good stuff especially goes quick. I mean, it's all good stuff.
It's all good stuff.
Some stuff is more specialer.
When it's more specialer.
It's the most specialist.
All right, well, let's talk about some special stuff. I'm going to show this first. I actually have to add something to this. So this I paid $1 for. It's got like this cute little fluted pan on the bottom and chicken wire. And I'm going to include a French postcard that's actually been written on, has a 10-cent stamp. I have mini clothespins.
Yeah.
And I'm going to attach the postcard with a mini clothespin. And then I'm going to sell it for $14.95 with this postcard we picked up in France. And you could use it for that, or you could take this off and put like jewelry.
That's a steal, because aren't the postcards like $4.95?
They're $6.95.
$6.95. There you go. 2 for 1.
If you want just the postcards, they're $6.95. If you spend over $10 or free shipping. And we have quite a few that we picked back. In fact, when we were searching for them, this lady was looking at us like, what in the world are you going to do with all those postcards? And I couldn't tell her because I don't speak French. So
she just smiled at her and was like, how much?
She took my money just fine.
All right. I'm holding on to this candlestick here. It's got a metal galvanized top with a faux stain. I don't know if it needs a paint job. I think it's okay.
It's getting painted.
But yes, I was going to say, but the top is not that great. You can definitely tell that they like faux dry brush some brown on there.
They sponge the brown on
to look like rust.
It's not a good sponge.
This was $1.50 and we're selling it for $13.95 after we paint it.
After we zhuzh it up.
All right, I promise.
I gotta not say zhuzh a lot because apparently I said it a lot last time and people were making fun of me.
Well, maybe they're just gonna start drinking a drink of water every time you say
a drink of water. I'm sure that's what the drinking game is. Okay, so I paid $3 for this. We actually found them in separate spots, but so this was $3 and this was $3, but the thrift store gave it to us for $3 for the pair. Because they're matching set, even though we found them in different spots, and we're selling for $24.95 for this beautiful fluted cake dish. Every time I find cake dishes, I always pick them up. They sell really well for us in the shop. A lot of times they sell before they even get.
So this was out in the yard. I found this out in the yard, and this was like buried under a bunch of plates in the glass section.
But they're matching because it's got the fluted design on the bottom.
So sometimes you just got to go digging to find the match stuff. Jimmy,
well, it gets donated and then it gets separated, and it needs. Here, we'll show another one of those.
Yep.
If you guys watched our video
on this one
from Monday, I found this first.
Someone was like, "Oh, you hid that." We didn't hide it. We just found it randomly.
No, I'm not that good. I legit looked all over the store. I can actually show you the sequence of events in my phone too, because like there's all the footage in between. But anyways, I looked all over the store trying to find something to match with it. I was just going to put it with a plate. And then I found the actual bottom. And is it not embossed? What's it called? Etched crystal. It's really pretty. Nice and heavy. And then my favorite part is the knob on the top. So I talked to the manager and they gave it to me. It was like $4 and $3 and they gave it to me for $4. And we're selling it for $22.95.
Because sometimes people just buy random lids.
Yeah. Well, not
we do,
us.
actually.
We make marriages. I don't know the brand of it, but it is really pretty and it's thicker, heavier duty crystal. So I would say it's probably worth like $50 or $60 if I were to know the brand of it. Are you gonna?
I'll be right back.
World War III is happening. There's some boys
Christmas
fighting.
Break has been going a long time now.
Is it back to school yet time? Because it's been a long 2 weeks. All right, Zeb's gonna go break up the boys. While he does that, we found these cute enamel cereal bowls. They were $1 each, so I paid $4 for the set, and I'm selling the set of 4 for $12.95. And they could be an ice cream bowl or whatever, but I think they're super cute. I love all things enamel. Jen says, it makes me sad when pieces get separated at the thrift store and happy when I match them back up. Jen, I don't know if you do this, but sometimes I match things up that I'm not even going to buy. Like I'll see something and then I'll see something else that goes together and I'll go back and get the one thing and like bring them back together and set them neatly on the shelf so somebody else can have the matching set. And it helps the thrift store because if it's a match set, it's more likely to sell.
The great debate was happening over who, what was that? The great debate was happening over whose turn it was on the Switch. So
it's Jack's turn.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Is Redrick got him in a headlock?
No, Jack went to the bathroom and he set it down, and that instantly meant that it was Redrick's turn, apparently.
We got a super chat from Jennifer Cowan. Thank you, Jennifer.
All right, this was not a marriage. Maybe it was, but they were together at the thrift store, weren't they?
They were, but it was a marriage because this bottom is not as wide as the top, but they fit together perfectly, and the top is gorgeous. It's got this really great air bubble in it, which I don't know why, but that makes me super happy.
It just adds some fun detail.
Yeah, I love it.
I don't know if you can even see that on camera.
And it's a giant apothecary jar. Like it's probably 24 inches at least. And we're selling it for $39.95. I think we paid $4.
It's on the bottom. Take a look and see.
Okay. $3.
$3.
It was a good day at the thrift store because that is a big glass apothecary jar. Like if you bought that at like Pottery Barn, that'd be like $80.
Yep. But
we ain't Pottery Barn. All right, so this we actually bought in France, and the what is this called? Handle came off, and Zeb glued it back together. We're selling for $10.95. It's just a rolling pin.
I don't remember getting this. Was this the first time we went to France?
Actually, yes.
Yeah,
like in 2019.
Yeah.
And
it's been around a hot minute.
Broken in the shop, and we fixed it. And I was like, I'll throw it in the thrift haul because it's been around the house waiting to be fixed. And Zeb actually fixed it.
It's a fun little mirror. It was $1. We love when we can find little items like this for $1. It's going to be $6.95. Are we painting this?
Nope, just like that.
It's leaving it silver as is.
So cute. I thought $6.95 was a really good price. It even has a little hanger on the back if you liked. I don't like to hang little things on the wall because I'm more of a big thing person. But if you wanted to hang it on the wall, you could. I would just put in like a little
see how big it
vignette.
is next to my face.
Actually, it'd be so cute if you like put it like this with a little candle on it, because then when you lit the candle, it would reflect.
The candle is a curvy one?
The candlestick and then the candle.
Okay.
Whatever. I love to use mirrors to set things on for vignettes. That's what I would do with it. But you know, you can do whatever you want if you pay $6.95. Peggy says that she does matches, and the crazy lamp lady apparently also does matches. I like it.
It's a thing. You have to do it when you're at the thrift store because you will randomly find bottoms and lids that don't have matches. And
you have to bring them back together again.
What happens most likely is that one of the two broke and someone's like, well, I'll donate this instead of throwing it away. So they donate the half.
But sometimes you find both halves. So this is just a really cute plant. We picked this up with the pink sunflowers in it. I think it's going to look really good for spring, and we're not doing anything to it. We paid $2, and we're selling it for...
It's on there.
No.
Oh, no, it's not. Maybe we're not selling it. Maybe it's just going to be a display in the shop. I did title this thrift haul Spring Decor because we do have quite a few things that go with springtime. And for some of you, spring is just around the corner. For others, it's still about 3 months off.
What?
Or 4.
Spring is now.
Springtime decorating is happening now for us. Hey, she's not going to pick you up, dude. She is going to pick you up.
Yeah, spring for me is now.
So
I
we
love
paid
spring.
$2. I don't know. Maybe Caitlin dropped the price. I don't know.
$14.95.
$14.95.
Thank you, Caitlin. All right. So somebody already bought the topiaries, so let's show those.
Both of them?
Yes. They were $26.95 sold individually, so they bought the set. I don't know how much we paid for them. $4 each. We're going to paint the base, I decided, and we're going to put fresh moss.
Needs new moss.
If you guys have been following us for any length of time, we will either air hose or rinse off the greenery so it's not dusty, although these are like not
very
flocked,
dense.
but they're like fuzzy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's not dust, it's like fuzzy to make it look real. It's not dust. Okay.
Well, in reality, these little cedar type trees are notoriously dusty anyway, even outside.
Well, these are not dust. It's like when you get lamb's ear and it's like fuzzy.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's missing all the moss. So what I like to do is I like to go to the dollar store and I keep moss on hand. So I will put brand new moss to fluff that up, but not until I paint it. So we'll paint them, put new moss, they'll be good to go.
I loved them. They've got great detail on the bases, and the little topiaries, the evergreens are good.
Cooper says, hi, Cody. Hi, Cooper. Aren't you hanging out with your friend?
He is watching the live stream.
Cooper can't get enough. He's been here all day, but he's got to see what we're doing.
All right, candlestick. This I actually think is resin. It looks like it was gold underneath and maybe a white color, and it looks like it's been spray painted gray. And we're going to repaint it and bring it back to life. It's good shape, amazing shape on there.
It'll get two-toned.
Yeah. It was $3 and we are selling it for, is that a 28?
$28.95.
$28.95. It's pretty big. You can see next one on there.
The two-tone takes a little extra effort, but it's funny that you can't even read your own writing.
Well, I used a gray marker and it's on top of their logo and it's blending.
We need to get you a black marker. All right, so because we're moving into January, buying all things organization, and when I found this at the thrift store, I knew I couldn't leave it. It does have the paint like flaking off, so we'll take a wire brush, remove all the flaking paint, and then we'll repaint it. It was $2. We'll sell it for $19.95 once it's all painted up and not flaking off anymore. But I love all the design. I think I said that it was spinning, but it's actually not. It's not spinny.
On the spring organization theme, I got this. This is perfect for putting in a larger drawer. If you watched, we just had a short video go up today. I organized the drawer upstairs because we showed you the nice, pretty picture of the room getting organized. But in reality, I just stuffed all that stuff back in those drawers and I actually organized one on the video.
Zeb is actually the king of cleaning in a pinch, which means everything gets shoved somewhere. He's real good at it. He learned it when he was a kid and his mom would tell him to clean the house and she left and she came back. But then you can't find anything.
I think I've told this story before, but we once had, my brother and I don't even think we were mad at each other. We were just wrestling around in the living room and I pushed him through the wall in between two studs. And so like the size of his back was like caved in the wall. And we just moved the couch. By the time my mom got back, we had rearranged the whole living room. And she's like, "What are you guys doing?" And I'm like, "I think it flows better, Mom." She's like, "Yeah, it does." And then when we moved, she found the hole and I had to fix it.
Seb's really good at drywall repair. So I actually think that what I would do is put IOD molds. You could put them vertically and you could organize your IOD molds because this is the same shape as the dollar store one we have, only it's way cooler.
That was two long segues into this is $19.95.
And we paid $2.
You could use it to organize in a bigger
and you
drawer.
can organize your IOD molds. Hey, Bree is here from Cycle by Bree. Esther says she pushed her sister through the wall. Let's see.
Esther, that means that you guys must really love each other because I'm really close with my brother. I hope you are.
Daryl and his brother had to do drywall. Is that true, Daryl? Daryl's not. My sister and brother-in-law are here and he's not admitting anything.
He just raised an eyebrow.
All right. So this was a marriage. Why don't you tell me about your little marriage? It was Charlie's fault. Fair enough.
All right. So these don't necessarily go together. So if you get this piece, you're getting a server with, it's not cut. It's just pressed glass.
Little handles. Very cute.
This one also is not cut. It's not quite sharp enough.
This was made in France. Just this Archipel is the brand.
But the bottoms really matched each other well. This was $1.50. This one was $3. And I thought it would look cool like this, or they would close enough. They would almost be like a match set, but you could also use it. It's a close enough fit. You could get a dome. Many uses.
You could put a bundt cake in there.
Yeah. These are going to be, is this 20? I wrote two prices. Is it $26.95?
Yes.
Okay.
It's $26.95 and it was $3. So this was $3 and $1.50. So we paid $4.50 for the set. But I actually really love the bowl. I love Archipel. It's one of my favorite. I have a bunch of mugs from there.
And this server is actually pretty unique. I've not seen just a glass one with the handles like this.
Jen says pushing people through walls is one heck of a push.
We were wrestling on the ground.
Once Zeb tripped over
Here's the thing. This is when we were
and like landed on Harrington and they both went through the wall. It was quite the situation.
That was there was a ton of laundry on the floor. And granted, I was a little upset at him, so I was coming at him. But when I fell,
nobody was injured, just the wall.
It was interesting. It depends on who's telling the story. He thinks I pushed him to the wall. I'm like, I promise you, I did not.
You tripped over the laundry he was supposed to wash.
It was one of those conversations that a son has with his dad, and like, trust me, buddy, you would have known if I'd have pushed you. Anyway, we're gonna put these over. You're getting all kinds of fun stories tonight.
Now you know all about Zeb. I've never pushed anybody through the wall. Just wanted to say that. I've also not punched any doors or dropped any foul language on my children. So
But yeah,
I feel like I've done pretty good.
When my brother and I, when we were wrestling around and put the hole through the wall, Ty was still probably only about the same size as I was because I'm 2.5 years older and he hadn't quite sprouted up. But we were teenagers, probably like, I think I was driving by then. Like I was 16 years old.
You had to be big to move all the furniture around.
Yeah,
all
I
right,
wasn't
so
much bigger than
this
smaller
was
than I am now.
$1.50, and I think that's a really great deal. It's got little bees on it, but we're gonna paint it and bring the bees out by doing some sort of two-tone. And it's going to be $28.95 once we paint it. And I think it'd be really cute with like topiaries, or you could force bulbs in it, or some fake plants, whatever kind of planting situation you got. And I also love that it's got these feet on the bottom. So I can't wait to paint this one because I feel like it's kind of bleh, but it needs a little.
The bees are going to pop out cool once we
fancy.
paint it. Are you going to paint it yellow because it's got bees on it?
We could paint it yellow. I don't have any yellow here, but
It's
we could do
rare sighting over here at JRV to see some yellow painted on something.
I could paint it yellow, maybe cake batter.
But yellow is more of a summer color, but it could segue from spring to summer.
But then what do I brush to bring out the bees?
I don't know, maybe a darker yellow.
You know what? I will pass the baton to you.
Oh,
and you do what you want with it.
I should have not said anything. It's all right. Okay, this tray is something that someone's glued together. So if you get this and you hate it, because it's a pretty good glue job and it's on there strong, but it does have little feet on here, and this is just a bowl that someone glued on.
Somebody upcycled it.
But it just needs a dome. We didn't have a dome for it. Maybe we'll find one in a future thrift haul. But this is a fun little tray here that's been glued together. $1.50. Actually, did you price this one? This one wasn't on there either. Because I went in order.
I don't know. Caitlin, is that on there?
We'll see if Caitlin can find it. I'm going to set it aside
for a minute. So the bee
planter
planter has sold already.
Bee planter.
So the pressure's on. We got to make it look awesome.
I'm going to make it look cool. But I am not painting that tonight. Tonight, this was the find of the week.
This was Zeb's favorite thing. I was
Some
like,
people
seriously?
said don't paint it, but it's got like some scuffs, some weird swirlies in the paint. I think someone did actually hand paint this initially.
They did a really good job.
There's some chips in the plaster.
Are you gonna leave
There's
the bow?
one right here. No, the bow's coming off. The bow is hot glue gunned on there. Oh, look, it's off. It's gone. There's some chips up here in her hair. I'm going to paint it up. We will get to this later. So if you're hanging around for the rest of the live stream, you will get to see the makeover on this one.
Dolly's going to get painted.
It was $4. We're selling it for $18.95.
You paid $3.95 too much.
Jamie was like, Seb, don't get that. What are you doing? Don't get that.
Marie
like,
says to dark wax the bees, they'll show up nicely on the yellow. So what do you guys think? Queen bee with like crinoline, so like a two-tone, like a strip of crinoline on the top and crinoline feet, and then dark wax. I think that would be really pretty. We don't actually have any queen bee here, so we'll have to do that next week, but I think it'll be good. Somebody was asking, so they were asking, they're new here. They were from Facebook. I missed the comment. But we are odd in that we tell people what we paid and we're going to sell for, but we're like an antique boutique. And so we tell people that because
antique and vintage.
Yeah, I call antique boutique. It's like, found whatever. But people follow us that shop, but also people follow us that are in the business. So we like to let people know what like standard pricing is. And it's funny because if you go into an antique shop, you expect to pay these kinds of prices, but they never tell you where they get it from. There's not like some magical like warehouse where they get it all from. They do the same way we do.
Antique stores where I know the person and I know that they thrifted it.
And I know that they bought it at the thrift store just like us. So we just give people the ins and outs of it. And also we show people how to upcycle things that maybe aren't so precious, but would look a lot better with a paint job.
Yeah, and so tell them we got 6 sets of these, I think.
6 sets of these.
I'm going to bring them close.
They're brand new, like they haven't been used. They still have the tags on them. I looked up on Amazon.
They're Bloomingville.
And they sell for $11.95 on Amazon or $12.95 for Bloomville. And we got them for $1 a set. Is it $1 or $1.50? There's $1. They had them in baggies. Sometimes I have to buy them individually, and we're selling them for $6.95. And we have 6 sets, and I just love them because they look kind of like a woven basket.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it to focus. I don't know
if they can tell. Yeah, you can see that now.
But yeah, it almost looks like some sort of fabric.
And I love the cork on the top. And the reason why is because it's such an annoyance to me when you have to refill salt and pepper and you have to like flip them over. You have to pull that thing out. You got to hold your hand on the bottom so all the salt doesn't come out all over the place. So I like top loaders for salt and pepper. And so the fact that the cork is on the top and that is just like genius to me. So we have 6 sets. If you need a genius set, we got you for $6.95.
All right, this is for eggs, definitely for Easter as well.
Look how cute it is
Put
with
your
the
little
bunnies.
Easter bunny eggs on top of there. Very spring, fun pastel, pink, purple, blues, greens. It was $2, and we're selling it for $16.95.
I love it. And it's in really good condition.
And it's making me want a bunch of deviled eggs.
I actually was thinking deviled eggs at Easter is probably what I would put in it, not colored eggs. Because you wouldn't want it to like accidentally maybe dye the porcelain.
You think
and
it
it's
would?
got a spot here
it's
for the
pretty
salt and
silk.
pepper.
Yeah, it does.
So it must be for deviled eggs.
Or is that for paprika and dill?
I don't know. I think it's salt and pepper. You've been watching too much Food Network. You're getting fancy. All right. Let's see. Renee is on here. Becky says, I may need to buy a salt and pepper shaker set. You should. They're so cute. Buy a couple of them.
Yeah, we've got 6, or I don't know. We might not have 6 anymore. Okay. I love this little pot. It probably had a brass lid on the top because it's got this brass collar. Didn't have the lid at the thrift store.
So it's no longer an urn. It's a vase.
It would be great with some floral in it, which we have some. Check this out. These are sold individually. I can't remember how much for.
$4.95 each.
$4.95 per sprig. They're
not per sprig, but per bunch.
Per bunch, sprig, bunch, whatever. Was a sprig one? This is one bunch. Oops. They weren't all tied together when I originally did this.
Yeah, so those are actually the deal of the century. Oh my gosh.
We need to tie them together again.
You actually don't need that many.
They're flopping.
You actually only need like a couple.
They're super floppy. Oh, there you go.
Anyways, I thought this looked like an urn, like the kind you get to like, you know, put people in. But
there was actually a debate before the live stream started. Cooper was like, I wonder how many people you could fit in there. Is that like a family communal urn?
Anyways, it's a vase now. And I actually love it because of the...
that was the big tall glass one.
This one has the brass collar, which I think is really, really pretty. And I also think, even though we're selling it as is, I think it'd be really cute with an IOD transfer on the front.
It's got some good crazing on it.
Yeah. Anyways, how much did we pay for that?
$2, and we're selling it for $13.95.
I like it.
With the brass collar.
All right, let's talk about these since you brought them out. These were the deal of the century.
Talked about them.
Well, they were $2 for all of them.
That is pretty
good.
For
5 bunches.
And they're a good floral. Sometimes you can get like really cheap, chintzy looking, and it's they're plastic. They're all probably resin, but it's all plastic, so it's easy to dust. It's not any of the fabric stuff.
And we're selling for $4.95 a bunch. So this is actually a good. Like if you're at the thrift store and you see really good greenery like this, like $4.95 for this is not a bad price. Like I would expect to probably pay $6 to $7, maybe $8.95 for it, but you're selling it for a good price and you're making good profit because $2 and let's just round it up to $5. That's $25 for something you pay $2 for. Like, so always buy your good floral when you see it if it's a good price. And
but at $4.95, it's still probably about $4 cheaper than you would. How much are you selling for?
$4.95.
Yeah, still probably about $4 or $5 cheaper than you could get them at the store.
That's what I was saying. Like pass on a good deal, but also like a good money maker.
So I couldn't decide if this was a laundry basket. I feel like it's a little small for a laundry basket. Maybe it had a trash bag liner inside or something.
It's a French market basket.
But yes, I think it was going to be more of like a shopping basket bag.
I love it.
It's got leather handles on here. It was only $6. It's got this really good weave on that. And then we are selling it for $34.95. And then I also, while we're showing springy baskets for your market.
In peony season, if you had a peony bush and you cut them, can you imagine how pretty this would be with like...
Full of peonies?
Yes, it's an Instagram photo waiting to happen.
So this was $2. Hey, don't take that. I got to do a double barrel skip. It's been a while.
Oh, okay. I'll bring it back.
This one was $2. Love the wood on the top and the wood handle on this one. And it's $29.95.
Oh, Caitlin, there might only be 5. Don't add any. I'll count later.
Yeah, there might only be 5.
Okay.
But you could skip, I'm going to hit Jamie.
I
can't do the double. We'll have to get the one going real good. You got to really swing it through the countryside with your flowers.
All right. So that is a French baguette basket. That one over there. Can I show them that?
Oh, yes.
So you can like this one, or you could put cut flowers in it to lay them flat. I think it'd be a really good vegetable gathering basket. I mean, whatever your lifestyle, allows. $2 and we're selling for $29.95. And these baskets sell so good. Like, I think there's like an art form to buying the right kind of baskets, because there's lots of baskets at the thrift store.
Every time you go, I'm like, oh,
not
look at
all
all
of
those
them should be
baskets.
purchased, but this kind of basket, if you find it with the bent wood, so this is like one piece. So think, well, they attached it here, but they had to steam this wood to bend it, and they had to steam this wood, and it's nice and thick, and then the way it's woven, like it's a really good basket. That's my basket, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, now we're talking about the fruit basket here. This actually does have a couple of leaves that have some battle damage.
Right here, but they painted them black and you can't hardly tell. Yeah,
so I'm going to fix this one the way they fixed that one. And I just think it's really cute. This is probably like some sort of pottery that somebody did in a studio is what it looks like to me.
Yeah, maybe.
And it doesn't have a price on it.
Oh. If it doesn't have a price, that means it wasn't listed, because I go in order.
Caitlin, I think I paid $2 for it. I'll wait and see if Caitlin drops a link. If she doesn't drop a link, I'll
or it wasn't tagged properly.
Yep, $18.95.
I don't think this one was in there either. Is this one in there? Jamie said she put it in there.
It's in there.
So priced or not, I knew this one wasn't priced beforehand. I wanted to show you. I got it for $5. Love some good cast iron. Sometimes you can find really, depending on the brand, some are really collectible and some are really old. Cast iron
$22.95
has been around forever. So I bought it for $5. It's $22.95. I wanted to show you the back.
We're gonna
because at the thrift store, I was like, oh, that is super crusty and gross. I have cleaned up half of it.
I would like to sell it to you now that you've told them it's crusty and gross. Don't you want to buy it?
But look at how good it looks cleaned up. I'll clean up the rest of it before it comes your way. But look how good.
And he'll season the inside with oil for you.
Yeah, I can season it for you. But
no canola.
Just wanted to show you like the before and after, because when I was thrifting this in the video, I was like, oh, that kind of looks pretty gross. But I really love cast iron, and it's like white enamel. It's Martha Stewart.
Martha knows everything. So he's going to use a magic eraser, clean the rest of it. And
it does have a couple little chips in the enamel, which, you know, it's cast iron underneath. That ain't gonna hurt it.
Authentic battle damage. I think we paid, you said $5 and we're selling for $22.95.
Yep.
So we did have a super chat from Sally Von Zwoll.
Oh, thank you, Sally. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Sally. She's our #1 super chat giver ever.
Yes.
Like the sun rises, and on Thrift Hall, Sally's giving super chats. This is like one of those things. Thank you, Sally. All right, show them your pasta jar.
I love a good pasta jar. These hermetic jars are great. This is a good color. A lot of times when you get them like this in this shape, they're made in Italy. This one doesn't have the marker, but it does have like some imperfections. So I'm wondering if it's reclaimed glass, because a lot of times when they're these colors, like the blue or the green, like the blue like that, that's probably reclaimed glass.
Is that a crack right here? Or no, that's a seam.
Yep, that's just a seam. But great jar. It was $3. We're selling it for $14.95.
That's a good deal. That's a really good pasta jar.
Yeah, and then this I just liked for like a springy vase. Look, one bunch, not a sprig, it's a bunch, and you're done. Just walk away.
I don't know that those match.
Yeah, these are, and these probably bigger floral to fit with the big vase. Maybe we'll just double it up.
I feel like some fake baby's breath would be really pretty because
so
the light would contrast.
I thought like very beachy, like pampas grass or something.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That was my idea, but we don't have that here.
We're not beachy. Did you tell them how much it was?
I think so. Maybe not. $3 and selling it for $13.95.
Put this with the bunches. Don't lose that flower.
I lost a flower. Oh, I see where it's from. I'll fix it.
It's not Capo di Monte because it's not marked on the bottom, although not all of theirs is marked. So it could be, but I don't think so. Capo di Monte, if you guys don't know, is an Italian ceramics company that's like worth a lot of money. When we went to Monet's garden, that's when we saw it the first time. And they actually make the grave wreaths out of ceramic florals, and they are just amazing. They're just like all over in Monet's burial plot and in the cemetery there behind the church. And they're just really, really pretty.
It's pretty rare to find a good faux distress at the thrift store. But these are not actually cast iron, they're resin. One of them does have a little ding in the back, but it doesn't affect the way it looks in the front. And the hanging hardware, the metal back here is very sturdy with the hook. So these are just decorative on the front. They're $1 each from the thrift store, and we're selling them for $5.95 each.
And my sister Deborah says they're good because they're not super heavy. So if you don't want to damage your wall.
They're not actually cast iron, so they're not going to pull your wall off.
Want to fix the camera?
Oh, yes.
Louise loves those stars. Sorry, BB. The computer will hold it for like a couple of minutes, and then after, if it doesn't check out right away, then it becomes available on the website. Let's see. Barkeeper's friend can also clean up the enamel cast iron like magic. I do.
Funny you
love
mentioned that.
Barkeeper's Friend.
I used some on that side. That's what I did.
I like to use it on my stove.
Yeah.
On my stainless
Because
stove.
it's not. I don't think it's abrasive. It's just good cleaner. It might be a little abrasive.
It's got to be a little abrasive because that stove does some work.
All right, we got some egg baskets. This one, I don't know. I think they were all $1 or around there, $1.50. This one is brown, and it's going to be $13.95 with the handle. It's the traditional wire basket. This one, I think you could use this one for fruit, that one too, but this one is more open without the top, so you could put some apples or oranges, bananas in there. But we like wire baskets for fruit or eggs or whatever because it helps everything breathe good. But this one was $1, and it's going to be, can't read, is that $9.95? Can't read my own handwriting. It's got smudged.
$8.95?
I don't know, somewhere around there.
Oh, wait till Caitlin drops the link. Oh, before I forget though, Caitlin, will you drop the sale link?
Oh yeah.
The IOD. I should have said this sooner because a lot of people don't watch this far. IOD is retiring a bunch of things. Some of them are very cool. One of them is my favorite transfer ever. It's the the English toile. Anyways, we have permanently marked them down 15% to clear them out and make room for the new IOD, which I believe is released sometime in February. But we literally have, they sell so many products now. If we don't clear out, we won't have any room in the back. So we marked them down 15%, even though we didn't necessarily buy them on sale. We're just marking them down to clear them out, and they're all in the sale collection. And if you haven't heard about that, we now have a collection marked sale, and every week we add things into that we need to clear out. So definitely save that collection in your browser. But Caitlin will drop the link here so that way you can see that. And anything we've marked down besides the IOD will also be in that collection. So scroll through. All right, there's my little commercial break.
It's important to know because IOD comes on sale like 2, maybe 3 times a year.
And when they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah, like these ones aren't coming back.
We're not reordering these. They are not selling, like, when they're gone.
We can't get them from IOD anymore. All right, this is another basket. It was $2. We're selling it for $14.95. It's got like a good creamy little bit of hint of yellow on there, but this one actually is probably my favorite because it's got a cast iron bottom.
I love a cast iron base. It keeps things from falling over.
Yeah, and it's bolted on, so I don't know. I don't know why you would need to unscrew it, but you could.
That's $14.95.
Yep. All right, these, I found one and I passed it because I was like, meh, it's not Christmas anymore. I don't need one of those. But then I found 2 and I was like, hey, look at that. And Jamie's sister Deborah had the great idea. You could use these all year round and maybe put them on, we have the open shelving up over here, and just maybe hang like pot holders, or like you could do cool
towels,
copper spoons.
Anything with like a hook on it. I was also thinking too, because you could put floral in here, it'd be great for spring. You could put floral and then hang like something from it, like, you know, when you make those little signs, the IOD signs, you can hang that and then do the flower here. Like, it'd just be super cute.
And it's a cast iron base, so they're heavy.
It's not going anywhere, so it's nice and heavy duty. We paid $1.50, and we're gonna paint them all up cute and sell them for $19.95.
All right. Is that for the pair or each?
Each. All right. See if there's any questions. We're good. BB says good haul. All right. This, I purchased these items separately, but they are going to come together. This was $1. I think this one was $1, and I'm going to paint the bottom and make it look super cute. And I don't know how much it's going to be because Zeb didn't write the price, so I'll have to wait for Caitlin to drop it.
That means it wasn't on there. Didn't show up with the tags.
Didn't find it.
No, I go in order.
Diane says I have a small wreath hanging on one of those. Well, if Diane does it, then it must be good because Diane has impeccable taste.
Did you drop the castle decoupage paper in there?
Oh, I sure did. Because I wanted to talk about it. I was like,
that looks really familiar, but there you go.
If you guys are resellers, or even if you're not, like if you don't know what picture you want to put in something, you could just put something cute in there until you make a commitment. And if you decoupage like we do, I always have scraps. And so I had like a scrap of the castle paper, and I just put it in there, and it looks so much cuter. So if I have to display it in the store, it's not just like an empty frame.
Yeah.
And I shared this.
So this is the one with flowers and the woman on it and the castles in the background.
I left the woman off. That she's got 2 roses. But Donna from Crescent Moon, she sold a lot of frames, and they weren't selling as well. And I said, print out cute pictures or put some scrapbook paper in there and they'll sell better. And sure enough, they did. So pro tip, if you're a reseller, put something in that frame.
I don't know how much the frame was. The sticker's gone. It was probably
$1
on the glass.
And we're selling for $16.95.
$16.95. All right.
I think the baby wants to go out. It must be the puppy.
Yeah, he does.
Caitlin, did you find this one? Did the French bread basket sell? I didn't see it listed. I'm not sure, Marlene. I'll have Caitlin look that up. If
French
not,
bread basket. The baguette basket.
Yeah.
All right, this is how much was this? You pulled the sticker off. $2?
I think it was like $2.
$2. It's got a rooster on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hooks. It's wrought iron, and then the rooster is cast iron. It was $2. We're selling it for $19.95. This isn't getting painted or anything. It's ready to go.
I'm just double checking to see if the basket did sell. That actually already sold. The cast iron. That one's really good. Cool. We have sold a lot of stuff.
So you may
the French bread
remember-
basket is still available, Marlene. Thank you, Caitlin, for dropping that link.
You may remember this big bowl or soup tureen, whatever we're calling it.
Remember that? It had all the flowers.
It had all those flowers from last week's Waste Not Wednesday.
And it had the foam in there. And I
cut the foam out, got all the glue out of it just for you, whoever's going to get this. It's made in Portugal. It was $5. We're selling it for $42.95. It is giant.
It is so big.
It's probably 2 gallons at least.
You could totally use it for serving soup in, but me personally, I think it would be gorgeous if you put some dirt with moss and you did some forced bulbs like paper whites.
Oh yes.
It's very French, and like England, France, this time of year they force bulbs, or it's daff season in March. Like that would gorgeous with daffodils in it. So that's what I would do. And what I may do, should somebody not buy it. Somebody said, how do we figure out the pricing? So a couple of things. One is we've been resellers for, like, I've been selling stuff for 10 years, so I just know the market for things. And 2, if it's like a collectible type item, I will look it up on eBay and Etsy and check for sold pricing. And 3, sometimes I just check new pricing. Like that Martha Stewart pan, I looked up the brand new price and I priced it less. Same thing with those salt and pepper shakers. They had a little sticker on the bottom that said Bloomville. So I looked them up, and sure enough, they do still sell them. And I saw they were $12.95. And because I thrifted them, I'm selling them for $5.95, $6.95, something like that. So that's kind of where I come with my prices.
All right, this little stand here with the bird on it that doesn't want to stay. The bird is missing its beak. I'm going to make a little one out of wood and glue that on there.
That's going to be so cute.
But perfect for spring. How much was this? $1?
It was $1. So it didn't have a price on it. And the manager, I had him price it for me. I'm like, and notice there's no beak. And he's like, what are you going to do with that? I'm like, we're going to make one. He was so excited that we were going to make a new beak for it. But if we didn't do it out of wood, you could also do it with IOD paper clay, paint it in layered chocolate, seal it up, glue it on, and that would be good too.
He was fun to talk to. He actually had lots of great ideas on like what you can do. It sounds like he talks to everybody that rolls through the register. Yeah. But this is going to be $14.95.
With a new wooden carved beak.
New beak.
Okay. Oh, BB, if her cell dies, blessing for a joyous new year. Happy New Year to you too, BB. All right, that already sold. I'm calling it a brush organizer.
I'll be right back. I got to fix it while I'm thinking about it.
It's a loose on the bottom, but Zeb is going to fix the screw. Originally, I think it had scissors in it. Somebody showed me a picture of all those. Remember, it was really popular scrapbook, and they had all the like crazy edge scissors. They would go, and I guess if you had 42 pairs, you could put them all in here. But I just thought it would be perfect for brush storage. And like I said, people are organizing coming into January. So I'm buying anything. And for me, anytime I find something you can organize paintbrushes in, I'm going to buy it because I know my audience. And the people on the other side of this camera, most of you guys are creatives. So it is a good thing to always buy things you can organize paintbrushes with. Caitlin says, there are not actually 42 holes. Caitlin, always the disclaimer queen. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 unless it's spun on me. There's 18 holes. He's going to fix it right here. It was $1.50 and we sold it for $19.95.
$19.95. All right.
Caleb thought it was funny.
Nice and sturdy now.
All right, I'm just seeing if there's any questions. Okay, we're good. All right, these are cute little soap dishes. We sell these little square French soaps, and I think they'd be so cute to have a couple of them. The big French soaps would not fit because they're too big.
Did you show
These
them
were
these while I was
$1 each, and we're selling them for $4.95. And they've got the cutest design. Can you see on the bottom? Yeah. Anyways.
I should have got the drop cloth while I was out there. I'll be right back.
All right.
I'm
Mother's
going to
Day
start
is coming.
prepping to paint. You only got like 3 things to show.
Okay. Mother's Day is coming, and so I always pick up things like this. They sell really well in the shop. This is actually Norcrest, crafted in Japan. It was $1, and I'm selling it for $9.95. It says "To Mother with Love." So I just thought it was really cute, and I will get all of my Mother's Day stuff together, and by the time that rolls around, it will sell. Okay, we did this. All right. This, we walked out of the thrift store. We forgot to get anything for it. And then I went back and I found these saucers, and they fit perfectly. So we're going to paint the outside, probably distress it, maybe wax it. I don't know yet exactly. And then we're going to include the saucers. They were $1.50 each.
Yeah, they were.
And this was $5. I thought $1.50 was
spendy.
steep for just a saucer, but they fit perfectly. And I was like, I don't care. I got to have them. So I spent $9. 3, 6. No, hold on. Yes, this was $3, $9, and I'm selling for $29.95 once I paint it all up. But since people have seen our video, they have said that what this is for saucers with teacups on it. So if you bought it, you could use it like this and put little desserts on it, or you could display your teacups and put it next to your teapot in your tea station. I don't drink tea, so I just thought it'd be cute to have like little candies on. Or little sandwiches at a tea party. Okay, and it has sold, so somebody thought it was cute too. And last but not least, we finished up our bags and our sweaters from Waste Not Wednesday. These are for sale now. We have the Wildflower and the Mona Moore, and I think they're $22.95. I can't remember. They should be free shipping. I don't know if Caitlin can check on that. And they come with the bow and stuff, but I stencil them. And then we also have, these are $28.95, and that includes shipping. For this sweatshirt is a 1X.
If you missed Waste Not Wednesday, you can go back and watch that.
Super cute. This one's a 2X. It's got a little bit of the splatter distress on the bottom. Would be so cute with a pair of sweatpants. And we just got those listed. Yes, the tote bags are $22.95 with shipping.
Here, if you want to paint something,
and Zeb wants to make like 1 million more, which is good because we have a few.
Yeah, well, they turned out really good. They look professionally done.
You sell it and you're a professional, right? Because that's what, when you make money playing basketball, what does that make you?
A professional basketball player.
We make money selling junk, so we're professionals.
Yeah, I'm about to sell my art right now. I'm a
All right, what should I paint?
All right, so
I'm going to paint that pot while we're at it.
My idea with this is I want to make it look old naturally.
Oh, before you, sorry, I don't even. Caitlin, can you drop the link to Waste Not Wednesday in case you want to see how we made those to DIY your own? We actually did a live video showing how we use stencils on that.
And this is going to be, this is kind of pinky here. I'm going to bring it back to a lighter color, and then we're going to dark wax it and make all this detail on this thing, because it's like stitched. It looks like it's a stuffed rocking horse, but it's actually porcelain or plaster, one of the two. Probably plaster. Oh, and help take the tag off, Zeb. Helps to take the tag off.
Oh, I wanted to show them this basket too. I haven't finished it yet because I haven't found my French grain sack stencils. But last week, do you guys remember that boring basket? I used weathered wood, and I did a wash in weathered wood and then a white dry brush. And then should I ever find my French grain sack stencil, I'm going to stencil a piece of drop cloth and decoupage the drop cloth, and this is going to look like an old French basket. So we're halfway there. Nobody's bought it yet, so I wanted to show you it.
Do you even have it listed with it?
Yeah, it was listed last week.
But with the paint job on it.
Yeah, it's going to get, no, I haven't shown that yet. Okay, wait, he was a professional basketball player? No. I'm just saying, like, what makes you a professional when you get paid for something?
I was not. Basketball was like, so I played football, basketball, and baseball growing up, but basketball was probably I was the least good at that.
He was probably still better than most kids because Zeb's just pretty athletic.
I was pretty good at tight end and defensive end in football for my tiny little school that I went to, but I pitched in baseball.
He was an all-star pitcher.
And that was that was super fun and loved that. And probably could have gone at least to like a junior college playing baseball. We'll say that.
We had to get a job because his parents moved and he stayed and continued to live where we met when we were in high school. So we had to get a job. All right. Mine's already painted. Crinoline. I'm going to heat gun that and then I'm going to put an IOD transfer on here. Oh, Rachel bought a galvanized bucket wreath holder and she does not want it painted. I got you, Rachel.
So one of these, put it up with the not to be painted stuff.
Well, I don't have a pile yet.
You don't have a don't paint it
but
pile?
I will remember.
So this is DIY crinoline. The clay paint is so good for painting shiny surfaces and
that already
porcelain
looks like so much
and
better.
plaster because it's clay based. It just sticks.
Oh. Caitlin has dropped the link to my shirt. So if you too love junk, you can represent. If you wear this at the thrift store, I guarantee you're going to get comments. Like every time I wear this or my sweatshirt, people are like, I like junk too. Where was I at that I was wearing my I love Junkenaire or I love junk sweatshirt? I was not at the thrift store. Costco. And somebody was like in love with it. All right. I'm going to heat gun this so I can do my transfer.
So in case you're wondering, this isn't super precious. It was cast. Here's the holes for the...
yeah, somebody didn't carve that. Did you think so?
No. It's not like super precious.
Caitlin also dropped the link to the Get It in a Sweatshirt if you want an I Love Junk sweatshirt. And the nice thing about the sweatshirts is they're generously sized and long. So super comfy. Are the totes sealed? No. So we heat seal them. I do not put liquid patina over the paint because it can cause it to peel. So we heat seal them after 24 hours and then no washing for at least a week. They will fade over time, but we have noticed that like
just on fabric will it cause it to peel.
Yeah, but we've done like flour sack towels and stuff and washed them and they've held up really well. So just if you want to stencil on fabric, make sure it's a porous fabric. Use DIY paint with no sealer on it. Wait 24 hours, use an iron, heat seal it, and then don't wash it for at least a week. The longer you don't wash it, the harder that cures on there and you're good to go. Pam says, I wish I had seen your comment. I will have to check that. Sorry about that. Yumiko said, I got stopped when I wore my I Love Junk sweatshirt in the airport. Like stopped by security or stopped because somebody thought it was funny? Zeb always gets stuck in secondary. Did that happen this time? Oh, no.
You got stuck in secondary.
Because I had your bag. I didn't pay attention to what happened with our carry-ons. We went to England last fall, and he had a full-size toothpaste in his bag. I was like, and that
it was an accident. It was in my toiletry bag from probably when we went camping.
When we went hunting,
or hunting, yeah.
But I was like, so really you got stopped. It was your suitcase. I just happened to have it because our suitcases look the same. So I don't know which is which. Did the flannel turn out? It's too light. So we're going to redo it. The darker flannel.
We'll stencil over that.
Yeah, we'll do something cute over it.
All right, I'm going to go get another heat gun. And then that way we can get another coat. This is going to take two coats on that.
It does look a lot better. I'm almost done with this. You want it back?
No, because I'm going to need it again. I might do like 2.5 coats because it was shiny. And so when I wax it, I want it to have
I'm done.
Lots of paint. Oh, you painted that? You went. That's easy. You got to challenge yourself, girl.
I said I had to challenge myself. You're not the boss of me. Do you want this one? It's better.
Yes, I'll take that one. This one does sound like it's
now you should
last leg.
Seal this to make it easier to put your IOD transfer. I'm going to let it cool down and just go straight on it. It doesn't help it adhere. Like if I don't seal it, it's not like the transfer is going to peel off. It just releases a little bit easier if it's been sealed. But I'm going to go ahead and let that cool, and I'm just going to go straight over the clay paint. Now I need to choose I'm using traditional pots. This one comes with black, white, and blue old labels. One of my favorite things to buy because you get 4 sheets and they each have 8 transfers on them, so super good deal, especially if you're a flipper or you just have a lot of stuff to decorate. So that's going to be this. We want to go, I think I'm going to go black.
You need to squeeze through here, Daryl?
This is my brother Daryl, my other brother Daryl. You guys, what show was that? It had Bob Newhart in it.
I think it's on the Tonight Show.
All right, I'm just going to use part of this one because it's too big for that pot, but I'm going to use this one. It says something Mason, which Mason is shop. Do we have an IOD stick anywhere? Have you seen one recently? They come with a transfer stick, but I can't always find them because I'm not an organized person. Although I do plan next week to clean out all my craft stuff and organize it because
it's all over the place and half the bottles are empty.
Yeah, and I have so much at the shop
out.
and I just want to be able to find my stuff because sometimes I wind up using the same thing over and over again because that's all I can find.
That's all we have here.
That's all I have here. I'm just going to put this right on here and hopefully find something to... Oh, Mason is a house? Oh, there you go. I'm just going to use my scissors. See if that works. Otherwise, I'll have to go find a stick. Make sure you keep your heat gun. Oh, that works. Make sure you keep your heat gun moving so that way you don't burn the paint. And if it has a built-in sealer like our Cottage Colors does, you got to be super careful because it will bubble easier if it has a sealer on it. But if you buy these, just use the stick they come with. This is not the authorized correct way to do this. I've used the back of a spoon the other day. I did it with just my finger.
Right now, I'm just hitting the light spots and where I see peekaboos in the details.
So if it's not dry or it's still hot, it is difficult to get the transfer on there. So you want your paint to be all the way dry. And like I said, use a liquid sealer top coat first, let that dry, and then put it on, and it'll be so much easier to get the transfer on. But I'm pretty good. These new transfers from IOD, since they've been making them themselves and they're not with Prima anymore, are like 1,000 times better. They release so good. I guess it's not new. It's been a few years since they divorced.
I feel like it's been like 4 or 5.
Well, I guess divorce is not the right word, but
parted ways.
That's what I'm going to call it. They divorced and I got IOD in the marriage. I don't own IOD. I guess I shouldn't say that. Just that's what I use. Okay. And the new Prima might be better. I don't know because I don't use them. Or I guess I should say that because I don't want to diss something I'm not using. All right. Ta-da! Look how cute that is. So I'm not going to do it now because I really want this paint to dry, but I'll put a sealer on here. And now it's super cute, super French. All right. Mason, funny because Marie's correcting me, but she spelled pronounced pounced, which is something I would do. Mason is pronounced as maison. Accent on the second syllable. So like maison, Zahan. I don't know.
Gotta get heavy with that O.
I can't say it. I can't do it. I can't pronounce stuff. I get it from my dad.
She can't pronounce English half the time. It's fun.
It's true.
It's because she's probably bilingual and
I am bilingual.
And she says English backwards like it's Spanish, but it's fun. It's
or
fun
like
times.
Yoda.
Yeah, or like Yoda.
Jessica says it's magic. Also, Traditional Pots is not retired, but you can buy it. And Caitlin dropped the link if you need it. Oh no, not too shabby. Patty can't find her transfer since she moved.
Oh man.
Oh, the show was Newhart with my brother Daryl, my other brother Daryl.
Gotcha.
Thank you, Aunt B. See, I'm already done with my project.
You're so fast and good.
I know. Well, I did kind of cheat because the pot was already painted cream. It was
Since
just
you're
a
done,
bad glaze
I think
job.
I'm going to clear wax this before I dark wax it. Can you go get me the clear wax, please?
The N is silent. I'm pretty sure the Mason, like it's amazing.
All right, go give me the clear wax.
Hey, Junie, you can get a shout out. Are you pushing me?
Yeah, I feel like you're distracted. Go give me the clear
comments. These are my friends.
Go give me a clear wax.
I have to read their
Can
comments.
you please also get me a brush for the clear wax?
I was already there with it. I guess I could clear wax my
So we have been using the JRV stencil brushes for waxes, especially small decor projects like this. It works so good.
Yeah, if you're using like a colored wax, I always use the stencil brushes for the colored wax because then you don't use too much. My French wasn't that bad, and that's coming from Sarcasm et Caffeine, which is a French name, so she must know. Thank you. The S-E-N is silent, so it's like Maison. How do you say that? Maison.
You say it like you're gonna say the end, but then you don't.
I feel like you need to really, like French is like, you got to use the back of your throat. But I'm not very good at it, so I just do my best. I feel like it's more embarrassing to try to do it and do it bad. Because it's like maison in your nose. Maison. Like that? Did I do it? Kaylin, did I get it? I have determined, though, before we go to France again, I'm going to learn French.
Better
I might
hustle
not
up.
pronounce it right. Why? You taking me anytime soon?
Well, there has been talk of at least making it back to the UK.
Yes, but
because that's where
not
Odilia
France.
wants to go instead of Hawaii.
But I think the
when
next
she
time we go to
graduates.
England, I want to go to Cornwall and Bath and maybe up to Scotland.
If you haven't heard, I made a deal with my kids. If they graduate seminary, which is a youth course through high school years that our church does, that I would, it started with Harrington. I told him I'd take him to Hawaii because I pretty much knew he wasn't going to graduate. So I was trying to give him a little bit of incentive. And it's not the worst thing in the world. I didn't graduate either. It's a good thing, though. And I told Odilia, same deal.
Cooper
And
wants to go to England too.
But
so.
Odilia is going to graduate, so now I've actually got to pay up.
Cooper wants to go to England too, and his mom was texting me. And Odelia's like, I want to go to Shrekland. I'm like, maybe we'll go with Cooper's parents, so that way they can take you to Shrekland.
We'll go hit up a boot sale.
Like, no gracias. All right, so this is done. I waxed it. Cutesy. Ready to go in the shop. They said I said it better. All right.
All right, that is very dry now.
Jessica said try Duolingo. I
have Duolingo.
Yeah,
I love it.
That. I actually was learning Swedish for a while, but I don't know that I'm ever going to make it to Sweden because I really want to go in the summer, and then the summer's really busy, so maybe someday. Christine said that sounded good so close. All right, I'll work on it. To say it, you kind of have to smash the tongue up against the roof of your mouth at the end of the second syllable. So,
no, stop it. Stop it.
I think if I try that in France, I'm going to get laughed across the boulangerie, which I'm sure that's how you say that. I sometimes want to call it the boulangerie, but I know that that's wrong. Shrekland is a must. Cooper, that is why we are going with you guys, because you can take her to Shrekland and I will go to a boot sale. See if there's any other questions. Time for bed. Yeah, hurry up. I already finished my project.
What time is it? I still got 3 minutes to put some dark wax on this thing. Can you pretty please get me a paper towel?
Right here. Okay. Actually, I'll give you this one better. You have that. Do you have dark wax?
Yeah, I already had the dark wax.
Yeah, you can just use this one.
I'm just, so if you're new or haven't seen us do this before, clear wax on first. If you're going to dark wax, it'll help you control the dark wax. You can leave as much dark wax on there if you want, but if you get it heavy in a spot you don't want it, if you've already clear waxed, you can pull that dark wax off a lot easier.
And you can also use clear wax over dark wax, kind of like an eraser. So apparently, Linda's trying to get me to swallow my tongue because she says you swallow the final N a bit. The tongue's at the roof of my mouth.
It's like you're going to, the N's there. It's like you're going to say it, but then you don't actually say the N. It makes the O sound like you would say it with the N. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm going to do my best. Melissa says, I bought the other stocking wreath hanger galvanized pot. I would like it not painted as well.
Oh.
So you got it.
Here.
That's two less things I got to
take that
paint.
out of the paint pile.
I'm going to put it by the other one.
Because we'll forget. By
next to our chicken eggs.
By like Monday or Tuesday when we're painting that, we'll forget.
Let's see. How is my Swedish? All I remember from when I was trying to learn Swedish is you can never make a vowel too long. Like that was like the first lesson. So like no matter what, you can elongate that vowel and it will never be too long for Swedish. I can't remember much else because that was like a year and a half ago and I didn't get too many lessons in. What do I want from Taco Bell? Is Cooper getting Taco Bell? I would like a Mexican pizza. Thank you, Cooper, for taking care of my dietary needs.
Okay, dark wax, which is not black. It's like more of a brown antiquing wax. I'm just going to go on here. I don't think I'm going to do full coverage. I just want to kind of hit in some spots, and then I'm going to wipe it back. My clear wax is not even dry.
Well, it's because you heat gunned it and it melted.
Yep.
Did Zeb paint with crinoline? Yes, Caitlin, we used crinoline on both of these. We're out of like white swan, so crinoline is the paint du jour, and I actually really do love it. We also used crinoline on those black bags, and I might add that those bows pair perfectly because they are cream with black stripes. Don't die tripping over Rex, Deborah, because I will turn the camera around and show people. My sister's on the other side. Cooper says no problem. All right. Karina says come to Sweden. Well, maybe.
I have tons of ancestry from Sweden.
Maybe not this year because we've got a lot going on with Odelia graduating, but maybe the next summer we can hit it up.
I mean, we got a lot of summers left.
Yeah. So the next summer we have Eliza will be in high school cheer, so she gets the whole month of July off. So we might could swing it. They're all on the edge of their seats, Esther says.
All right.
They're waiting. Esther Hatch, she's probably your cousin.
Ooh, related to Hatch.
And she's probably also Daryl's cousin.
Do you want me to use
Hatch.
this rag?
Yeah, it's fine. Is it going to turn out?
It is going to turn out. It's looking great.
Zeb is actually really good at this. I'd fix the camera. It's gotten skinny, but I actually don't know how.
I know.
Zeb doesn't let me touch it.
I'm just waxing over here. So,
and I'm always an obedient wife.
So none of these have dried. They're both a little warm from heat gunning. And your obedient wife joke cracks me up every time.
Well, I've had a few comments from people saying.
I mean, the sarcasm is so heavy on that.
I like to say I have the leadership skills, but I'm going to tell you right now.
Deborah's dying.
Zeb will not be bossed around because if the man, I can tell you right now, if I say I don't want to do something, I can be manipulated. Zeb knows how to get me to do stuff, even if I don't want to. If Zeb doesn't want to do
I'm very logical and good at using that
You're
logic.
basically Vulcan. Now, if Zeb doesn't want to do something, like, forget it. Like, he's done. I don't even bother. Just, it's done. He doesn't say no very often, but when he does, typically 99% of the time,
I've always got my reasons.
I let you have your way because it's just better. It's better for everybody involved.
All right, I'm coming in for the close-up in just a sec.
Oh, Esther says, I think my husband's family is from Idaho. Oxford is where we go visit the cabin and cemetery. Oh, yeah. If they're from Idaho, that's close to Utah. The Hatches came to Utah. There you go. Rashonda says, I'm a soft-spoken, obedient wife. I can't be soft-spoken because he's hard of hearing. I try sometimes, and he's like, I can't hear you.
There's a couple little pink spots shining through.
Kelly, we will bring the rocking horse up close to the camera and tap it so it zooms in, and you'll be able to see all the detail.
I will show you the detail before we take off tonight.
I'm going to tell you right now, you made that look like a French antique.
Thanks.
I couldn't see past the hot pink, but you done good. There's actually a little bit of pink peeking through.
Yeah, I got some pink in a couple spots. Once it's dry, I'll come back through with the dark wax, and that'll let me hit it and leave it where I want to. This is still mostly clear wax on here. I'm just kind of using it like an eraser.
Don't get dark wax on that. That's my clear wax brush.
It's already.
Then we will have.
It already needs washed.
Oh, you're tall, so I have to yell because you're higher up. He worked at a tire shop for many years.
All right, I'm almost there, guys. Almost. I just, if I don't do the bottom,
project I finished 10 minutes ago.
If I don't do the bottom, I might forget about it, and then it'll be sitting on the shelf somewhere, and someone will be like, "Why didn't that get waxed?"
There's 849 people waiting for you to finish. No pressure.
All right.
It still needs more buffing.
Yeah, it needs wiped back still.
But we're going to show it to you. Question, can you compare the new brushes to the current brushes. Are you talking about the new DIY brushes? Those are pre-orders, so we don't have them yet.
All right, guys, what do you think? Oh, I need a dark wax on the bottom of the
Oh,
tail.
Pam says she tried out my new favorite Sweet Pickens Milk Cake combo on a bookcase and turned out nice and chippy. I love it. So a little birdie told me that I'm going to be making a very similar color for the new cottage colors coming out in the spring. So I'm excited about that one.
Okay. So went from 80s pink to hopefully older, antiqued, and ready to go on someone's shelf somewhere.
Super cute. All right, guys, we have now hit the hour mark. So I turn into a pumpkin and I'm going to eat a Mexican pizza very soon. If you want to purchase any of these items, visit JamieRayVintage.com for the paint products. You can also visit that. If you have any questions, comment below. We're happy to help you. If I missed a comment, you can DM us on Facebook or email Caitlin at info@JamieRayVintage.com, and we're happy to help you out. Have a happy, happy new year, and we will see you next year.
Yeah, it'll be next year. We might have a short out tomorrow. We put Christmas up today. You'll get to see that.
Yeah, that's about it. All right. Love you guys. Have a great weekend. Happy New Year.
Catch you guys later.